Warm greetings to our beloved seniors and elders. We send you our heartfelt wishes for good health and sincere thanks for taking the time to join us today for this important discussion on senior health. My name is Dr. Alex, and I've spent over 30 years caring for the health and well-being of older adults. Throughout my journey, what weighs on me the most isn't the complicated cases, but those patients who came to me too late, when the window for treatment had already closed. And among the most silent but dangerous enemies I've encountered, is stomach cancer. The frightening truth is, this disease doesn't start with sharp pain or loud alarms, it creeps in quietly, but leaves devastating consequences if ignored. In today's video, I'll help you recognize 5 early morning warning signs, symptoms that often appear right after waking up. They may seem mild or easy to dismiss, but they could be the first signals that stomach cancer is silently developing inside the body. Please stay with us until the end, because every second you spend watching could bring you one step closer to protecting your health, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones as well. Now, let's begin the most important part of today's session. 5 quiet but dangerous signs that, if you experience them every morning, might mean stomach cancer is slowly progressing inside you. Sign number 1. Persistent bitter taste or bad breath in the morning, a silent signal from your stomach. Dear seniors, have you ever woken up in the morning with a bitter taste in your mouth, a dry throat, or unpleasant breath, despite brushing your teeth thoroughly the night before? Many assume this is just a normal part of aging, but with over 3 decades of experience caring for older adults, I can confidently tell you. This may be your stomach's first cry for help. This issue is often caused by stomach acid rising into the esophagus during the night, especially if you go to bed with undigested food still in your stomach. The acid and digestive fluids flow back up, leading to lingering bad breath, a bitter taste, and irritation of the throat lining. While it may seem like a simple oral health issue, this is actually a silent warning from your digestive system. Left unchecked, it can lead to chronic inflammation, ulcers, or even turn cancerous over time. If this happens to you every morning, please don't ignore it. Stay with us as we move on to the next sign. You may be surprised at how familiar it sounds. Sign number 2, morning nausea, dry throat, or gagging, a warning from a damaged digestive system. Dear seniors, many older adults have shared with me that every morning, they feel mildly nauseous, experience dry throat irritation, or even gag without actually vomiting. There's a strange, persistent discomfort in the throat, as if something's stuck, but they can't quite explain it. Some brush it off, thinking, maybe I didn't sleep well, or maybe it's just an empty stomach. But with over 3 decades of experience caring for seniors, I can tell you, this is not a normal sign of aging. These symptoms often result from overnight acid reflux, when stomach acid and digestive fluids rise back into the esophagus during sleep, irritating the lining of the throat and upper airway. In seniors especially, the mucosal lining is thinner and more fragile, so even mild reflux can cause nausea, gagging, or a dry, scratchy throat upon waking. Left untreated, this irritation can develop into chronic inflammation, and over time, may lead to precancerous changes in the stomach lining. So please, don't ignore these sensations if they happen every morning without an obvious reason. This could be your stomach's early cry for help. Up next, we'll take a closer look at sign number 3, one that might seem harmless at first, but could be a hidden gateway to something much more serious. Sign number 3, dull pain above the navel and mild bloating in the morning, an often overlooked early sign of stomach cancer. Dear seniors, if you frequently wake up in the morning with a dull ache just above your navel, or if your upper belly feels slightly bloated or uncomfortably full even before breakfast, please don't assume it's just a little indigestion or a weak stomach due to old age. With more than 30 years of medical experience, I've seen many cases that started with this exact symptom, and later progressed into advanced stages of stomach cancer. The area just above the navel is where the stomach is located, a common site for inflammation, ulcers, or even abnormal cell growth if the lining has been damaged over time. This dull, persistent pain tends to come and go, especially in the mornings when the stomach is empty, and it's a key warning that the stomach lining may already be compromised. What's even more concerning is that the pain isn't usually sharp or intense, so it's easy to dismiss or ignore. But this very silence is a classic trait of early-stage stomach cancer. Please stay with us as we move on to sign number 4, a symptom that many seniors misinterpret, unknowingly making it easier for the disease to advance. Sign number 4, no appetite for breakfast and feeling bloated after just a few bites. Don't assume it's normal, your stomach may be seriously damaged. Dear seniors, breakfast has long been known as the most important meal of the day. But if lately you find yourself losing interest in eating in the morning, or you feel full, bloated, or heavy in your stomach after just a few bites, please don't brush it off as just old age or assume that eating less is normal. With years of experience caring for older adults, I can tell you, this is a serious warning sign. When the stomach begins to weaken, especially if its lining is damaged, its ability to contract and digest food decreases significantly. As a result, even a small amount of food can cause pressure in the upper stomach, chest tightness, bloating, or indigestion. This isn't just ordinary digestive discomfort, it may be the result of cellular changes in the stomach lining, which could silently evolve into stomach cancer over time. I've had many patients who told me, "I just thought I was getting older, and naturally eating less." But when we ran tests, the results were shocking. That's why I urge you, don't dismiss this sign. And now, let's move on to sign number 5, perhaps the quietest of them all, yet one of the most alarming red flags your body can send. Sign number 5, unexplained weight loss despite normal eating, a hidden signal your body may be fighting cancer. Dear respected elders, in my 30+ years of treating older patients, there's one sign I always urge everyone to take seriously. Losing weight without any clear reason, even when your meals haven't changed, you're eating regularly, and you haven't started any diet or food restrictions. This is not getting lean for better health, as some people think. This is often a serious internal alarm. When abnormal cells start forming in the stomach, even before they cause pain or obvious symptoms, the body's ability to digest and absorb nutrients quietly begins to decline. Over time, you start losing muscle mass, burning hidden fat reserves, and feeling constantly tired. The weight doesn't drop all at once, it disappears little by little, often unnoticed until it's too late. So if you find your clothes becoming loose, or notice that you're slowly slimming down without trying, treat it as a red alert. And after these 5 signs, I invite you to stay with me for the next important section. Why is stomach cancer becoming more common among older adults? The answer may surprise you, and help you take the right steps before it's too late. Root causes: why does stomach cancer prefer to target older adults? Dear respected seniors and elders, one of the most common questions I hear from patients and their families is, "I used to eat normally and live a healthy life, why am I now at higher risk for stomach cancer just because I'm older?" The answer lies in silent, gradual changes within the body, especially in the digestive system, that most people don't even realize are happening. 1. Aging reduces the stomach's ability to heal and regenerate. When we're young, the stomach lining can easily recover from irritation, inflammation, or minor ulcers. But as we age, this natural healing process slows down significantly. Tiny injuries that would have healed quickly in the past now accumulate over time, and when left untreated, they become the foundation for cellular changes, the very first steps that can lead to cancer. 2. Long-term unhealthy eating habits. Many of us, over the years, have gotten used to eating salty foods, fried or grilled items, pickled vegetables, or skipping breakfast and eating late at night. These habits, when repeated over decades, can result in chronic inflammation, thinning of the stomach lining, and slow-developing ulcers. Worse yet, this creates the perfect environment for abnormal cells to grow silently, often without causing pain or obvious symptoms in the early stages. 3. Side effects from long-term medication use. Older adults often take multiple medications daily, such as those for blood pressure, heart conditions, arthritis, pain relief, or anti-inflammatory drugs. Many of these medications can irritate or thin the stomach lining, especially if not taken with proper protection. Over time, this can cause deep, hard-to-heal damage, which few people recognize as a cancer risk, but it's one of the leading causes of stomach problems in seniors. 4. Long-term Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori, infection. There's a silent but dangerous enemy, H. pylori bacteria. This common infection can live in the stomach for years without obvious symptoms. Over time, it can lead to atrophic gastritis, intestinal metaplasia, and eventually stomach cancer. In older adults, the immune system is weaker, so H. pylori becomes even more aggressive, speeding up the damage much faster than in younger people. 5. A weakened immune system, less able to fight off abnormal cells. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens. Cells that are damaged or abnormal, which a younger immune system would usually detect and eliminate, now have the chance to grow unchecked. That's why many seniors are diagnosed with cancer at later stages, when the body no longer has the strength to self-correct or repair early damage. Solutions and doctor's guidance: how to protect your stomach and prevent cancer in your golden years. Dear respected seniors and elders, after learning about the 5 warning signs and the root causes of why stomach cancer tends to target older adults, many of you may now be wondering, so what can I do to protect myself? As a doctor who has spent decades caring for senior health, today I want to share practical, easy-to-follow, and age-appropriate solutions that can help protect your stomach and prevent cancer, starting today. 1. Get regular stomach screenings. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. The first and most important thing I always tell my patients is, early detection is the best way to extend life. Anyone over 60 should get a gastroscopy at least once a year, especially if you've had a history of stomach pain, acid reflux, or a family member who had cancer. Modern endoscopy is quick, safe, and far less uncomfortable than before, usually taking only 10 to 15 minutes to detect early damage and take action before it's too late. 2. Protect your stomach with healthy eating habits and proper meal timing. I've seen many seniors still skipping breakfast, eating at odd hours, or consuming foods that are too hard, too salty, or too spicy. This is especially dangerous for a stomach that's already getting weaker with age. Please remember, prioritize soft, warm, easy-to-digest meals like brown rice porridge, vegetable soups, sweet potatoes, or oatmeal. Avoid fried or grilled foods, pickled vegetables, sausages, and processed meats. These damage the stomach lining and increase cancer risk. Never eat late at night, as your stomach needs time to rest and recover while you sleep. 3. Don't self-medicate. Always consult your doctor before taking any medication. Many seniors take stomach pills, painkillers, anti-inflammatory drugs, or Western medications for long periods, without medical advice. Unfortunately, this often damages the stomach lining and accelerates the risk of cancer. Always speak to your doctor first, and if necessary, use protective medication to shield the stomach lining during treatment. 4. Eradicate H. pylori completely if you've tested positive. If you've ever tested positive for Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori, don't stop treatment halfway. This bacterium is one of the strongest risk factors for ulcers, intestinal metaplasia, and ultimately stomach cancer. To eliminate it fully, you must follow the treatment plan carefully, complete the full course, and get retested afterward to make sure it's truly gone. 5. Change your lifestyle. Stay physically active and mentally relaxed. It may not seem directly related, but in reality, chronic stress and a sedentary lifestyle are major contributors to poor digestion and abnormal stomach acid production. Just 30 minutes a day of light walking, tai chi, deep breathing, meditation, or even simply laughing with your grandchildren, reading, or listening to music can significantly improve your digestive health and lower your cancer risk. Dear seniors, these solutions are not complicated or expensive, but if practiced regularly, they can become a strong shield that protects your stomach every single day. And now, I invite you to stay with me for one final and deeply meaningful message. A life lesson, not just about health, but about awareness, self-respect, and cherishing every healthy day we still have. A final lesson and message from the doctor: listen to your body, because health doesn't wait. Dear beloved seniors and elders. By now, I believe you've come to understand the quiet danger of stomach cancer, a disease that doesn't always cause sharp pain, loud fevers, or dramatic symptoms, yet can still take lives when discovered too late. And more importantly, the message I want to leave with you today is this. Health doesn't just happen, it requires attention, awareness, and timely action. I still clearly remember the case of Ms. Hina, 68 years old. A sweet and cheerful woman who always said, "Doctor, I'm doing great, as long as I can eat and sleep, I'm happy." But about 8 months ago, she started noticing a bitter taste in her mouth each morning, frequent bloating, getting full quickly after breakfast, and most alarmingly, she lost nearly 3 kilograms in just 2 months without any clear reason. She thought it was just part of aging, so she didn't go for a checkup. It wasn't until she began experiencing persistent dull pain above her navel that she finally visited the hospital. Her endoscopy results revealed stage 2 stomach cancer, with the tumor already affecting the stomach muscle layer. Thankfully, it wasn't too late. She underwent timely surgery and is now recovering well. Just last week, she called me and said, "If I hadn't gone in for that checkup, I might not even be here talking to my grandchildren today." Her story is a real and powerful reminder. Don't let denial cost you your life. The stomach is a resilient but quiet organ, it often suffers in silence. Subtle signs like morning nausea, loss of appetite, unusual weight loss, or persistent bad breath are your body's cry for help. Don't wait for severe pain or exhaustion, because by then, the golden opportunity may have already passed. True health in old age doesn't come from taking lots of pills. It comes from understanding your body, living mindfully, and taking action early. So if you care about your health and your family's well-being, I warmly invite you to click subscribe to our daily health tips for seniors channel for more simple, practical, and helpful health advice every week. If you have any questions or want to know more about symptoms you're experiencing, please leave a comment below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Dear seniors, health is the most precious wealth in our golden years. And just by taking small steps, listening to your body, eating on time, going for regular checkups, you're already giving your loved ones, and yourself, the greatest gift of all. Wishing you strength, peace, and the power to live each day with confidence, clarity, and joy.